What's up, everyone? Ryan here, aka Hot Wheels Hodges, here with my friend today, Jamie. He just bought this 2001 BMW Z3. We got about 120,000 miles on this car, and the suspension is pretty well shot. The shocks are, so he ordered a set of ISC coilovers, which we're going to be installing today. So what we noticed the other day whenever he brought this car up to show it to me the first time was this here in the fender well where it had been worn. I wasn't sure what that was at first. It was contacting the hood here a little bit, but after closer inspection, the tire in hard cornering is coming up and hitting this. So this is one of the big reasons why we are doing this upgrade today. You can also see how soft that is right there. So one of the things with this coilover set is that baseline, it drops the ride height by 1 inch, and then that is adjustable by more, but we want to make sure that the suspension alignment is correct so it doesn't increase tire wear and stuff like that. So one of the first things we're going to do is take some measurements of the current suspension settings and see where that's at, check the camber and the toe in, and then we will again check that after installing the coilover kit.
I'm my own motivation, don't care what people say. This is my celebration, I do this my own way. Watch out, I'm coming out now, I stay in my own lane. You say I move like magic, I say the same. I'm feeling myself, yeah, I'm feeling myself. Alright, hey, I'm feeling myself. Yeah, I'm feeling myself. Do it like no one else. Hey, right there.
So we just got the coilovers installed on the front. We're having trouble with this coilover on this side here when we were setting the ride height. When we would turn this spinner, the whole housing was spinning, so we had to get it in the car and get this locked down in order to keep that from spinning. So now we're just setting this side. We're compressing the springs by 3/4 of an inch is what the manufacturer recommends for this vehicle for a starting point. And then we can lock the other spinner there to lock it in place, and then we should be pretty well set. We're supposed to have about 25 millimeters between here and there, so we'll have to fix that as well. This side might be a hair higher. So we just set down the car, and they said it was supposed to drop the car about an inch. It looks like it might be a little more than that. We're about to check that out. We're gonna go out, take a run down the road, just see how this feels, make sure that nothing's rubbing or anything like that, and then we'll come back and do the rear. Time for the results. 22 and an 8 about, so it's actually right at an inch drop.
Definitely road to the steering wheel. It's definitely there.
Yeah. Yeah, you can feel everything.
It's stiff. That's what she said. Oh god, this is so much better, dude.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, it's not as rigid as I thought it was going to be either.
That's good. The front end's got a stick and the back end's liable to.
Rug.
I heard that. Was that the front?
Still rug right here. I gotta figure something out with this.
We could raise it a 1/4 inch.
Yeah.
Let me drop the lift down a little bit. You really watch that jack over there. Just tell me when I get close.
Like how close?
Within a 1/2 inch or so.
Okay, come on. Remember the brake line, I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, whoa. Yeah. I mean, the brake line is right underneath it.
Yeah. So this brake line is right there, so close. It'd be so easy to get torn off, but we got the jack on there anyway. Some of this stuff's so confusing. The directions they provided doesn't give us accurate information. We're just kind of taking a guess here. On these rear springs, we've got the ride height adjuster that holds the spring. So we had to loosen up the Allen key there to turn that, and we're gonna lock that in. So we're setting this at 12 millimeters to start with. We'll set it down and see where it goes from there. So the directions said to set the height here, like I said, we set at 12 millimeters. And then to put on the shock and adjust this to preload this by 10 more millimeters. So what we end up doing is just jacking this control arm up 10 millimeters to compress the spring, and then we were able to turn the threaded body to match up the hole where the bolt goes through, and we're just installing that now. So we just got done installing the rear struts. I measured this here. It's 23 3/16 from the bottom of the tire, which is about 3/4 inch drop. We're gonna check the alignment real quick and make sure that the camber and toe is not too extreme.
Oh, it's just everything feels so tight.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
man.
it's like
Yeah.
it's year one with the road now.
Yeah.
I feel a little bit more stiffness in the end.
Definitely. Definitely. Wow, what a difference. Is definitely you feel a lot more of the road, and it is definitely a whole lot stiffer than the old factory stuff we took out. But anyway guys, that's a wrap here. Until next time, stay tuned. What's up guys? Update, it's been a week since we installed the suspension on Jamie's Z3, the coilover package. Whenever we took it out for a test drive last time, the rear was really rough. Jamie said it's been pretty rough, but it's been settling in a little bit. He's been in touch with Beamer World, and they said to let it settle in for a couple weeks before trying to really figure out if this suspension is going to be too rough for the ride that he wants. It looks like they may have sent him the wrong springs, the springs for the Z4 rather than the Z3, but yet we are going to still adjust this current suspension is set up and see if we can soften it up a little bit, raise the rear a little bit. It's just mainly the rear that's riding pretty rough. So we're gonna take a look at that. We're gonna also take a look at the current ride height and see if that's settled any, and just see where we're at, see if we're at the same place as last week. So we're gonna check that out now, take off the wheels, make some adjustments and see how it rides. All right guys, so this is what we're gonna try and do here this collar that adjusts the height on the threaded lower plate here. We're gonna raise this up. We set this at about 12 millimeters last week whenever we installed these. It wasn't clear in the directions where to set it, so we were just kind of guessing at that point, and we went with the lower side to start. So we're gonna raise this up about 12 millimeters. Should give us about an extra ½ inch of ride height. It'll help with the camber of the wheels to reduce tire wear and give the suspension more travel. We could see here where this inner lower housing is rubbing on the upper mount, and it's causing some just rubber to be peeled off that. So it'll give us more travel, hopefully soften the ride a bit. And what we're also going to do is they recommended the spring height from here to here be compressed by 10 millimeters. So we're going to back that down to 5 millimeter preload, also in hopes of softening the suspension up a bit. And the way we do that is obviously we jack this up and compress it by 5 millimeters, and then we take this housing here and we turn this and adjust it down until the bolt lines up with the hole here. So that's what we're going to try out, and then we'll go take this out for a ride and see how it does.
This is not the best road to be driving.
No, but it's
a good test.
It's reasonable on here, so like I said, no teeth jarring. Yeah, it definitely feels a lot better, not near as rough. It's definitely nowhere near as rough as last time I rode it. Way better.
Yeah, this theory is so sensitive.
Precise?
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
it makes you, it feels like you're cutting it too hard. Like it's going to take some getting used to.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it cuts in like so hard. I love it, dude.
Yeah, it looks great. Looks great. Ride's great. Yeah, the camber's much better. Close to factory. All right, guys, so we really like that. Yeah, we rose the springs by 12 millimeters, which raised the car by almost 1.5 inches, which is kind of surprising. But anyway, I guess that's just the geometry of the suspension. So ride's so much better, so much more smooth. So we're gonna leave it at that, and he's gonna test it out for about another week and see if he likes everything. Might make a couple adjustments to the shocks, maybe a few other small tweaks possibly, and then get this thing aligned. So leave a comment below what you think about this setup, this suspension, if you know anything about this, or if you have any questions. I'll try to answer those. All right, guys, thanks so much.